Good to see you today.
Hi, I'd like to go over a question to you to illustrate work and energy. This will be an easy problem, but it'll have a lot of great components for you for the test. Let's have a look.
All right.
We have a boy, and he is going to throw a ball at 25 meters per second, and the ball has a mass of 140 grams. Easy enough. First, let's find the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is 1/2 mv squared, always work in kilograms. 140 grams is a mass of 0.140 kilograms. We know the velocity, we square it, and we come up with 45 joules. Couldn't make that any easier. Part B, how much work is done to reach this speed starting from rest? Well, work is equal to the change in the kinetic energy. Well, obviously, if it started from rest, there was 0 initially, so all we have to do is worry about the final kinetic energy, which we have is 45 joules. So the kinetic energy was also equal, the change in the kinetic energy was equal to the work done, 45 joules. Easy. Derive the joule. How would I do a problem like this, deriving units? Kinetic energy is 1/2 of mv squared. Whenever you do a unit derivation, always have a formula in front of you. Just plug in the units, the SI units. Kinetic energy is joules, mass is kilograms, velocity is meters per second, but it's squared, so it's meters squared, second squared. Not to memorize, but derive. So a joule is a kilogram, meters squared, second squared. Part D, graph kinetic energy versus velocity. Always have a formula at hand whenever you're doing a graph. Kinetic energy is proportional to v squared, so that means it's going to be an upward type of a graph, but because there's a square, it's curved. So kinetic energy versus velocity would be a curve going upward like this. Finally, if the velocity was to triple, what happens to the kinetic energy? The best way to do it is from the formula. You can see kinetic energy is directly related. This is my symbol for directly related to v squared. Plug in for v. V is tripled, so it's 3 squared. So the kinetic energy is proportional to 9. So there's the answer. The kinetic energy would go up by 9, and you would get 9 KE. Guaranteed type of questions on the board. There was a lot of parts to this. Each one of those parts are a fair game type of question for the OAT exam in physics. All right, I hope you did some good learning on this. I'll do some more questions that'll be a little more involved and intricate down the road.
Hey, Dr. Romano, I like that little man you drew up there. It's funny, like a little cat man.
It is a little cat man. Good day to you.
Thanks, Dr. Romano. I hope you do some more. This is really helping a lot of students, including me.